On reaching Calcutta, Subhash took the earliest opportunity to meet Deshbandhu Das. By the time their conversation was over, Subhash's mind was made up. He felt he had found a leader and meant to follow him. The Deshbandhu was not the same Mr. Das whom Subhash had once approached for advice as a student expelled from the university for political reasons. He was not the same Mr. Das who was earning thousands in a day and spending thousands in an hour. Though his house was no longer a palace, he was, however, the same Mr. Das who had always been a friend of youth, could understand their aspirations and sympathize with them in their sorrows. During the talk, Subhash began to feel that here was a man who knew what he was about and to whom youthfulness was not a shortcoming but a virtue. Subhash soon settled down in Calcutta and began to take stock of the situation in the country. Unparalleled enthusiasm throughout the land had given a fair chance of success of the triple boycott of foreign cloth, legislatures and courts, and the educational institutions. While certain intellectual elements, including the Indian liberals opposed to the non-cooperation movement and the Revolutionary Party opposed the cult of non-violence, the Mahatma received a tremendous volume of mass support. However, till nearly end of 1921, there was no sign of countrywide conflict with the authority, nor of the Swaraj promised within 1 year. At this moment, Congress depressed. The government announced that the Prince of Wales would visit India and land in Bombay in November. The Congress High Command immediately decided on a boycott of the visit. The boycott was so complete in Calcutta that the Bengal government was goaded by the British-owned newspapers to declare the Congress volunteers to be illegal. Thousands of students and factory workers began to enlist as volunteers, and two big prisons in the city were filled with the political prisoners. Subhash had already become a member of the Congress and been placed in charge of the campaign. The government resorted to a drastic action to stem the growing tide of defiance and ordered the arrest of Deshbandhu Das and his close associates, including Subhash Chandra Bose. By the evening of December 10, 1921, they found themselves in prison. This was the first time in his political career that Subhash was arrested by the British. By the time he disappeared from home in 1941, that is within a span of 20 years, the British detained him as a political prisoner for no fewer than 11 times. Subhash's imprisonment in December 21 brought to an abrupt end his work as principal of Bengal National Congress, the publicity officer of Bengal Provincial Congress Committee, and captain of National Volunteer Corps.